Before we get this video started, this title is not clickbait, but I gave this video the bold title because it is breaking news. No one else is talking about this right now. I sent this article to Legacy Killer HD since he is so involved with gaming news, and most recently Rockstar and Take-Two is a big focus of his content before Red Dead Redemption 2 released. Now, although I didn't get a response, he did read my Twitter DM with the link I sent him, so perhaps he's working on a video, but at the time of me recording this, Wednesday, February 6th, 2019, he has still not made a video on this topic. And in this video, we will be talking about the potentially catastrophic news for Rockstar Games fans, 2K Games fans, and any players that play games that are products of Take-Two Interactive. We are talking about Michael Condrey. Does his name ring a bell? To some it will, and to some it won't. I have had a long, indirect connection to this person as I made videos on this franchise for years here on my channel. Michael Condrey was the vice president of Sledgehammer Games. Sledgehammer Games is a development studio most notable for making Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and Call of Duty World War II. Even though it was in 2011, MW3 is too far in the past and doesn't reflect the contemporary gaming industry we have here today. But in 2014, that is when Call of Duty Advanced Warfare came around. And Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, under Michael Condrey and the rest of Sledgehammer Games, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare set in motion the loot box system that we see in Call of Duty. We've seen lots of other developers introduce loot boxes into their games since then. Although Call of Duty Advanced Warfare wasn't the first developer to introduce loot boxes ever, we've seen more and more developers introduce it into their games since Call of Duty first introduced theirs as well. So, Call of Duty was the first Call of Duty as well where these supply drop loot boxes were introduced. With these, people purchase in-game currency, COD points, with their real-life money and spend it on spins or the supply drops where basically you have a chance of winning rare weapons, camos, gear for your character, emblems, etc. But most of the time you get garbage. Now this stuff does vary from game to game. It was different in Advanced Warfare than it was in Black Ops 3, than it was in Infinite Warfare, than it was in Call of Duty World War II. But it's essentially gambling inside of the Call of Duty video game. Sometimes you win a rare item or something that you really wanted and were looking forward to, but most of the time you're just wasting your money on duplicate items and things that literally don't matter to you at all. Now, fast forward to 2017 when Call of Duty World War II released. The same lousy supply drop system was featured in the game. It was in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in 2015 and it was in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare in 2016 as well, but those games don't have any direct link with Michael Condrey besides the fact that after Call of Duty Advanced Warfare released, every Call of Duty until Black Ops 4, which came out at the end here of 2018, had loot boxes in their game. But halfway through the life cycle of Call of Duty World War II, in February of 2018, so 1 year ago, Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield left their roles at Sledgehammer Games and took up executive positions within Activision. Activision is the publisher of Call of Duty. They are a parent company of Sledgehammer Games. They own and have direct control over Call of Duty development teams, which means they have direct influence over Sledgehammer Games, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and a few other companies as well. Well now, just recently at the end of January of 2019, only a few days ago, Michael Condrey has since left Activision entirely and is now under Take-Two Interactive's control, helping establish a yet-to-be-named 2K Games studio in San Francisco, California. 2K Games makes games like NBA 2K, WWE, and they also own Hangar 13, which was responsible for developing Mafia 3, and that was also renamed from 2K Czech when they went defunct because they made Mafia 1 and Mafia 2. So, Michael Condrey is now working for 2K and Take-Two Interactive. So I shouldn't have to spell out why this is bad news for fans of Rockstar. Rockstar Games is also owned by Take-Two Interactive. Now this part is just my speculation right here, but judging by Michael Condrey's track record here, I think it's highly likely that once Condrey successfully assists in establishing this new 2K studio, then parent company Take-Two Interactive will offer him an executive position at Take-Two, because Strauss Zelnick and Michael Condrey are very, very similar. And if this happens, then it's 100% guaranteed that loot boxes or some form of them will start to appear in future Rockstar Games titles. Whether they'll be added to Red Dead Online or GTA 5 Online, it's too early to tell. I would say that if they were to come two Rockstar Games titles, it's more likely to come for Red Dead Online than it is for Grand Theft Auto Online at this point, just because Red Dead Online is a far newer title compared to GTA Online. So I hope you could see why I think this, guys. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments section. This is just pretty much a timeline right here and why I think this is such a big deal. Michael Condrey implements loot boxes into Call of Duty while he is vice president of one of the Call of Duty development teams. His next job is an executive role at Activision, and then not even 1 year later, he's now moved to 2K Games to establish a new studio. So he is back on the development side once again. So what's stopping him from pouncing from this new 2K studio to another executive position at Take-Two Interactive? Especially if the launch of this studio is a success and the first game they develop is a success as well. It's extremely likely, and we should all seriously think about the future of Take-Two Interactive as Rockstar's parent company. We also need to seriously think about the future of Rockstar Games themselves and how the future will affect us as avid players and fans. And lastly, what could this all mean for Red Dead Online in the next couple of years? I would love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comment section of this video. Michael Condrey is responsible for loot boxes in Call of Duty Guaranteed, and now that he's weaseled his way into Take-Two Interactive and into 2K, we are probably going to start seeing changes in Rockstar themselves, because Rockstar is, at the end of the day, still under control and under the influence of Take-Two Interactive. Yes, Rockstar does a lot of things that they want to do because they are such a big company and they can make their own decisions for their future titles and specifically for Red Dead Online. But Take-Two Interactive has the final say on a lot of things, and that is why we've already seen the microtransaction and gold bar store already introduced into the Red Dead Online beta. If it was up to Rockstar Games exclusively, they would have left that store out of the game because they wanted to wait until the game became a version 1.0 or whatever to avoid any type of negative backlash. But Take-Two probably said, hey, we want you to start collecting on players now, start monetizing Red Dead Online to make Take-Two and Rockstar Games money. You are going to put the gold bar store in the beta, and since Rockstar Games is owned by Take-Two, they can't just say no. So if Michael Condrey is working in an executive position at Take-Two Interactive, he's going to be starting to put loot boxes into any type of 2K game he possibly can, and it is going to trickle into Rockstar Games as well. It's going to be a big deal. I want to see who else talks about this. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot that you guys are watching this video because I'm very passionate about this. I made Call of Duty videos here on my channel for a long time, and I really hated this guy, Michael Condrey. He really has set up Call of Duty in a bad way, and a lot of negative things have come into that franchise now because of his own decisions in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare to actually introduce supply drops into the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.